Hello everyone, it's Pixel here! Welcome back to another tier list video! I love tier list, you know that I love tier list. If you are fellow tier list enthusiast, then my friend, you are in the right place, in the right time, absolutely. Today, we are diving into the tier list of the tier 5 creatures from Heroes of Might and Magic 2. As always, disclaimer, this tier list is 100% personal, it's based on my experience, my taste, my gut feeling, after many hours in this game. Whether you agree or not with this tier list, please do speak your mind in the comments and let's debate it out. That's how the community of Heroes of Might and Magic thrives, through passion, discussion and love for heroes. Yes, you know it, my friend. Debates is what we love. And if you like this content, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to support my channel. It really helps for the visibility, and visibility makes Heroes of Might and Magic more and more popular. And maybe I have heard from you some guys, some fellows who said, yes, I do want to play again to this game because of your content, and that's so cool and that's so nice. That's why I do make those videos. Alright, let's get started. We will trot very gently, see what I did there. Tell equestrian metaphor to kick things off with the Knight faction and their Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have 10 attack, 9 defense, very solid. They have only 30 HP, that's not a lot, and the damage range is very huge. 5 to 10 to damage. That's a huge spread. The huge RNG not on your side, you will be underperforming and die to retaliation like paper tanks unless you cast Bless or carefully target your enemy. They can be underwhelming, and you know what? They got one saving very good grace. They are very fast. They got the very fast beast. It's a rare trait for non-upgraded tier 5 units. And this is really a cheap unit, only 300 gold a piece. They take up 2 X's, they attack melee. They look kinda goofy with the look aesthetically. That horse is very nice and classy, but the knight, not so much. The Cavalier is not so much sexy. So, are they terrible? They are not terrible. You know what? They are a good tempo for your Knight faction, so you can reach enemies and make good moves on the battlefield. So if they got special abilities, if they didn't have squishy, very squishy stats, you know, very fragile, they will be a high A tier, but they aren't. So I think, to me, the Cavaliers are between B- and C+ tier. I think they do not worth, even if that's cheap for a T5 creatures, I think 300 gold for the Cavaliers, the non-upgraded, is quite expensive. But the champions are amazing. I love the champions. Now we are talking. Once upgraded, these guys, the champions, they are way more interesting. They do look awesome. They are awesome. Those blue feathers plumes give them instant charisma, and mechanically they are terrifying. Same 2 size, same stats, but now they are ultra fast. The same top tier speed as Phoenixes. Tier 6 units, that means they can strike first, reach enemy, connect, enemy backliners, you know, right away, the archers, the shooters and enemy shooters. Combine that with good morale thanks to Knight leadership, and now you got an excellent offensive unit. They gain 10 HP, 10 extra HP. Thank you the developers. Still, the cost is only 375 gold. That's not that huge, and their initiative lets you often cast your spell first in the fight. That can be huge, that can give you good tempo. They sadly don't have the same momentum damage mechanic as in Hero 3 with the jousting bonus, you know. But here's a fun trick from Price of Royalty. if you find stables in your adventure map right near your castle, you can upgrade them all for free, as you may all know. That alone can turn the tide for your economy, so you don't have to build the upgraded version of the training grounds, you know. So yeah, they got no special ability, but who cares? I think for me it's A++ tier. They are very solid, great value, a real game changer for your faction. They are not so close. They are close to the S tier. To be honest, I understand that you would put them in S tier. Just tell me your thoughts. But to me, they just lack a little bit to be S tier, and depend on a wide range of damage and presence of stables in the biome, so you can upgrade them easily in 200% difficulty map. That's not enough to me. Okay. Now let's move to the Hydras. Ooh, the Warlock Hydras, one of my favorite versions of the Hydras in the entire game. Oh, I love them, along with the Heroes of Might and Magic 5 version. They look amazing, they sound terrifying, their slithery movement is obsessional. Honestly, I just being serpentified by them. Yes, I made that word up. From the Warlock faction, Hydras have decent attack, decent stats, 8 attack, 9 defense, and a huge 75 HP. The damage is wide, 6 to 12, but it's strong. And of course, they will hit all adjacent units, X's around them at once, which can be very devastating in the right setup. But, oh come on, you know that, but they are incredibly, sadly, very slow. We are talking about peasant level slow. It's really tragic. And at 800 gold, this is very, very expensive. 4,000 gold for the march to recruit them, and some sulfur. So where do these beloved serpents go? Honestly, they can be S tier if you can haste them and there's no walls, or if you can teleport them in a strategic place just around units. They can make so devastating damages. But realistically, they are very slow down your army. They will delay your dragon building. The best case is you keep them in a side army or in garrison in your castle, so they can defend your castle, or you have to drop them on a teleport-fueled cheese play. I get it, some of you love them so much, and I do too love them, so I will generously put them in B tier and B+ tier, even though they are niche and situational, to be honest. Yes, tell me what you think in your comments. I know many of you are big Hydra fan, and I love the look of the Hydras in Heroes 2, so let's chat about it. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Now we move to the Liches, the OG Necro shooters. They look absolutely stunning. In their base form, they already iconic. That spooky scream when they fire, it's deliciously evil. They are the only range units in the Necro faction, and their damage is strong, 8 to 10 per shot, that's huge, plus the AoE effect that hits all the 6 X's around the target. But you have to be very careful of the friendly fire, because the friendly fire is on. You can have damages including your undead allies, unlike on Hero 3, which they are immune to. Your undead allies are immune to the cloud, okay? So you got to handle them with very care. Their stats are amazing: 7 attack, 12 defense, 25 HP, a little fragile, but that's shooters. They got 12 shots, so that's okay. Fast speed. The cost is very, very huge, of course. That's the problem of the Liches, they are so expensive. 750 gold each. That's really a lot. Their building is really expensive. 400 gold, 4,000 gold, plus 10 sulfur, and then wood. That's really expensive. So here's the deal. I will put them in B tier, mostly because I love them, but they are strong but costly and fragile, and without animate aid, you will struggle to keep them alive, to keep your allies alive. They just feel disappointing for the price they cost. So close to the C tier for me in practical terms, but I can't bring myself to go that low. And the power liches, the evolution, if you want to afford those guys, you will have to sell your home. They cost, listen to me, it's amazing, they cost 900 gold each. 900 gold, and require the level 2 mage guild to be already built. You add 5 ore, 5 crystal, and another 3000 gold for their building. Did the devs think we were made of gold? Really? What do you get for that? Only +1 defense, plus 10 HP, 24 shots of course, basically infinite shots, and of course, they got the very fast speed, they become the first to act in your army, and of course they still have the area damage, the AoE damage, and the same friendly fire issues. So what's the verdict? You know what? The power liches to me, in cost effectiveness tier, they are B tier. Yes, they powerful and stylish, but the price you have to pay is ridiculous, and the self-damage potential is a nightmare for you to handle. They won't carry your army, your vampire and your dragon. Your bone dragon will do the job before you can afford those power liches, and will constantly fear eating your own units. It hurts me to say this. I love these guys, I love the power liches, but they just not worth the investment. It's not it's a beautiful no to me. They belong to be just under the liches. If they weren't, listen to me, if they weren't very fast, they would be C tier. Yes, you heard me. But still, they can do so much devastating damages, and they are very fast. So that saves them from the disgrace. But you will really think twice before upgrading those units. Okay, now we move to the mages from the wait for it, wizard faction. Shocking, I know. These odd dudes in bathrobes were my childhood favorite unit. I used to rush them like crazy. Was I right? Yes, I was right. These units are amazing. The mages got 11 attack and 7 to 9 damage range. It's excellent for a shooter, very consistent. And they have no melee penalty, which is great. The downsides are only the 7 defense and 30 HP, which is kind of fragile, but not so much for non-upgraded version. 12 shots and fast speed is more than enough to make them viable. They cost 600 gold each, which is reasonable compared to the liches, what, eh? But their tower is like building a mage guild, 5 of each rare resources and 3050 gold. Still, aside from that cost and the squishiness, they are amazing, so I'm placing them in A tier. And come on, they've got some serious wizard swag. I still want that robe, so in solid, very solid A tier they go. I would put them here. I love those units so much. They give you so much nice tempo. They got no melee penalty. They are threatening. And ArchMages. Oh, ArchMages. ArchMages are so amazing units. They upgraded version brings a lot much to the table. I don't know it's in English, but I'm so passionate. And to build them, you will need the library. 4,000 gold, 5 woods, 5 ore, so it's costly for sure, but just 100 gold more per unit, 700 gold in total to recruit them, and you get +1 defense, +5 HP, so they are pretty solid, +1 attack, yes, 12 attack, that's huge, 24 shots of course, and the very fast speed. They got no melee penalty, no friendly fire of course, and they have a nice bonus which can be very interesting because they got 25% chance to dispel enemy buff like haste, like bless. It's awesome! These guys are top tier shooters. They are amazing. They are S tier. They are one of my favorite units in the game. They are one of my one favorite units in the whole franchise of Heroes and Magic. I'm playing my wild card. They are S tier. What you gonna say to it? I love them. They got so much power. They are mystical, powerful, beautiful, stylish. I love them. And who doesn't love a wizard with moons on his pajamas? And now we move to the trolls. Are the greenest units in the game. They used to be purple in Heroes 1, as you remember. They were so much cooler, I think. Still, I love their animation. Throwing a rock that magically reforms in their hand. That's so beautiful. They got the same stats as Heroes 1. They are amazing unit. 10 attack, only 5 defense, but you got might. You got might barbarians with a lot of stats of might. So, okay. 40, so they got pretty solid stats with the barbarian, okay? They got 40 HP. They are solid with those HP, 40 HP. You got to be strong to defeat these trolls, especially paired with their regeneration ability. Yes, each turn they can regenerate 40 HP. That's huge. They do 5 to 7 damages. So it's average, but it's quite consistent for shooters. They have average speed, 8 shots, and cost only 600 gold each. That's not that huge. The dwelling is not that huge too. They are perfect for a might-focused barbarian army. They are not flashy, but very effective. You want to recruit them very, very soon in the game, as soon as possible. I'm putting them in 8 tier and just better than the mages, because you know you will not bleed so much money to buy them. In cost efficiency, that's really huge. Yes, I think they feel a key role in your barbarian army. They will destroy enemy lines. You will easily protect them with the ogres. Well, they are amazing unit, amazing. And the war trolls are even better. Same core stats, but now they hit as hard as mages. They get the fast speed. I'm just thinking average speeds can be not very good. So yes, the mages are better because of the speed, but the war troll are amazing. 700 gold each. They are cheap compared to ArchMages, and their dwelling isn't that expensive either. I love this guy. They got solid performance, they are affordable, they are huge threat in the battlefield, and they do deserve a S tier. Oh, you will want those trolls very, very early in the game. They are not that expensive. I think in cost efficiency they are better than the ArchMages, but ArchMages are so wonderful units. And I love them, so yes, tell me in the comments. And now we move to the unicorns! Last but not least, the pretty prancing unicorns. Insert sorceress theme music here. Identical to their Heroes of Might and Magic 1 version. The stats are exactly the same. 10 attack, 9 defense, 40 HP, very solid. Huge damage range, 7 to 14 damage range. That's very huge. Under Bless they will be very effective because you know the sorceress got Bless in their spellbook. They got fast speed, yes, 20% chance to blind the enemy, only 500 gold per unit. So the problem of that unit, they look amazing on the paper, but they will block your Phoenix path and sit all awkwardly between the Grand Elves and the Druids, which are amazing units, excellent units. So they will be often skipped. In reality, they will be skipped. So they will be S tier, but no, they are just A tier, and I think the champions are better than the unicorns because all the greatness they bring to their own faction and the cost efficiency. in terms of cost efficiency, in terms of path building, in terms of path unit creature building in impossible difficulty, the unicorns are A- tier, to be honest. Okay? And maybe some guys would rank them even in B tier. But they are gorgeous, they are amazing, they got amazing type, their priest is very good, the utility makes them deserve respect. And hey, everyone, it's now very, very great honor, a true honor for me, to welcome here on this tier list, for the first time in my English tier list, one of the best and the most talented streamers in the world, the most talented YouTubers of Heroes of Might and Magic franchise players in the entire world, and it's an Englishman, it's an American man, sorry. It's Fix Fox. Welcome here, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me. Zapixo is one of my all-time favorite streamers. I love his personality. He is so very fun, and he's very, very knowledgeable about the Heroes of Might and Magic game. So Zapixo, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here with you in your tier ranking video.
That's so nice. And by the way, now I can't imagine doing those tier lists without your opinion, because you played like thousands hours on this game, right?
I think so, by now.
By now, it can be it. Well, the main idea, the core idea of this kind of video, thank you very much for being here and saying all you say to me. That's a true honor for me. And you know, the main idea of this intervention from you is to like give a twist to my tier list, not change it by far, you know, because it's my tier list, my own tier list, and you get yours. And I love your video about your tier list of creatures. And I don't want to make a long debate, like 1 hour chit-chatting. The main idea, it's like you give your veto to this tier list and say, hey Pixo, you forgot that. Yes, I would place rank differently this unit. So you got like 1, 2 or 3 ideas veto you can put on my tier list. And now it's the great cancel of Heroes of Might and Magic 2 in US. Let's go for it. Fix Fox, you're free to go.
Thank you so very much. I got to tell you that even if I could change anything about your tier list, I don't think I really would. I think that this is a very solid tier list from top to bottom. Starting off with the ArchMage, I think that they are easily a quality upgrade over the Magi. I think that their hit points, I think that their consistent damage, and I think that their ability to occasionally at 20% of the time dispel beneficial spells from enemy units is so very quality. So having them at the top of your tier ranking, I think that that's an excellent choice. I really like that. As we're moving on to the War Trolls, I think that the War Trolls are very consistent in their damage as well, and often overlooked is their ability to regenerate in fights. So mixing their defense and their damage and this inherent ability to keep them on the battlefield and keep them rolling is really high quality. If you can take the time to play around with that, maybe buff them with some steel skins or some shields, I think that War Trolls can absolutely carry you to an early game victory before the Wizards and the Warlocks get into Dragons and Titans. So a quality unit there for sure.
Yes, I said in my tier list that it's like a rush for the barbarians. You have to rush trolls to get tempo, to make sustainability. You are consistent, you can rush, you can do ton of damage, you can keep your power stack, you can focus all your money, your economy on that unit. That's what you say.
Absolutely. Could not agree more with you.
Nice.
Moving on into your A tier, I think that your Magi and your Trolls, I think that those are appropriately placed. I think that some people might look at the champions and say, oh, you're putting a 7-speed creature below the Magi and the Trolls, but I think that ultimately that's correct. While the Phoenix with 7 speed in that elite tier of speed can do an awful lot because they fly, the champions being grounded and ground units with 7 speed are not as effective with that speed as others may be. I don't think you should drop them below A tier. I think that they're perfectly placed where they need to be there, right in the A tier.
Yes, I said in my tier list that the cost efficiency is awesome, and when you get stables on Price of Loyalty extension, you can do them for free. So that's a great benefit if you have that in your biome. And I just want to say that a lot of Frenchies in my tier list of T5, because you know the T5 in French is out, told me that sometime it would be an S tier, and I can agree with that, because for only 300 gold and free upgrade from the stables, they give you a nice tempo to your knight faction, so you can reach another castle and build another faction, you know, with a knight faction, because they are not so consistent in the late game against other factions.
Completely agree with that. I think that that's a great way of looking at it. The ranged damage is always going to be effective in a pretty meaningful way, so I like that idea.
Okay, anything else?
Well, for the unicorns, is there another creature here in the tier 5 that has a better special ability? What do you think on that?
Nope. I think unicorns is a great balanced unit, and what I said in my tier list, that they are just the problem of unicorns is that they are stuck between great units like great shooters, grand elves, and grand druids, and of course the phoenixes. So I think it's a really huge and great unit on the paper, but in terms of prioritizing, you know, they lack of interest because of the other units you have to prioritize, especially in impossible difficulty.
I think that makes perfect sense. I agree with all that, and the way they fit in their faction and that special ability. Yeah, they're a nice bundle of stats, but yeah, definitely bottom of A tier instead of top, even though they have the best special ability in the tier.
It can be game changing to blind enemies, but I don't know if it's enough to put them higher than the mages and the troll. I don't know, or maybe you would put them upper than them, or
in a good spot in the tier list. I think bottom of A tier is perfectly reasonable.
It's okay for you? Because you can change one of my ranking if you use if you I don't know how to say argumente. If you have some serious arguments.
But the best thing I can say about any of these units, on your tier list is probably the Hydra. I feel personally like the Hydra is underrated generally because we're looking at the speed of them. The 2 speed makes it so they are nearly impossible to take onto the adventure map. They will slow your hero down. They're going to be very difficult to use, and they're going to get kited by the faster creatures out there. And yet, it's so difficult for me to ignore them because with all those stats, the warlocks with their high spell power are going to have plenty of time to unload lightning bolt after lightning bolt after lightning bolt on the enemy. And they're going to be difficult to deal with, whether it's magic or a barbarian's axe trying to cleave them in two. Hydras, it hurts my heart to put them in B tier because I feel like they should be better, but I think that they belong in B tier. I think that they're just too hard to use because of the speed. So, but still, it's one of those interesting things to think about.
Yeah, you're totally right. And in my description of Hydras, I say exactly the same thing. We are totally agree on that because on the paper, the Hydras, and especially with like teleport or haste, and when they can go through the walls of a castle and make those destroying, amazing damages, they can be awesome units, but most of the time you have not the ability to use them at their full power. Their cost efficiency is really bad, I think, because you have to invest so much on them to use them so not that often, you know. So that's why I put them B tier, because they are just right in the middle. Sometimes you can do some game-changing things, and sometimes you just like they stand in your castle or not recruitable, or I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I hear that. I agree with that. What a good way of putting it, that, yeah, you have to invest so much in them in order to make them excellent. It could be great, but there's so many other opportunities, so many other strategies. Yeah, they tend to get left in the dust.
You have so much opportunity with the dragon. Even one green dragon is so great, and you have so much cost efficient units below. When you're a warlock, you have to count on your spell, your power. So Hydras are really great, but yes, as we said, not that so cost efficient. But I love Hydras. I love Hydras, and I don't know about you, but I love their look in Heroes 2. I love yes, I think that one of the most iconic units of this game.
Absolutely. Hey, Zapixo, did you prefer the blue Hydra from Heroes of Might and Magic 1, or did you prefer the Hydra that we have here in Heroes 2? Which is your favorite?
Two. Always two. Hydras in Heroes 2 are amazing. Yeah. I think that's the best version of Hydras. I do like Heroes 5 ones, but I think Heroes 2 are the best. And the Pyro Hydras of Heroes 3 are looking awesome, but I don't like the way they walk with their feet. I think it's clumsy, but well, the look of their head is very nice. But I prefer the snake version, you know, the snake with the tail and stuff.
I like it. I agree with that. Well, I have to tell you one final thought is that I know that other people have given me some feedback where they have disagreed with me putting the Liches into the B tier. They say that they're a quality unit. And I will say to those people that have them in the upper quality tiers, like the A tier, that I agree they can do a lot of damage, and they have incredibly high defense, and because they hit an area of effect, they can hit multiple targets at once, so they can be very effective in a lot of ways. But the biggest thing for me is that they can also damage my own troops, and it makes it very difficult sometimes to use them effectively. So just my two thoughts for those people that might be out there saying, oh, Zapixo and FixFox feel that Liches are in the B tier. Hey, I'm just saying the best ability is availability.
We are totally agree. Their cost efficiency is tragic, and they can't rivalize with the Great Vampire, you know. No. They are so much not that cost efficient. They will bleed your army, you will not use them as much as possible, and they will really ruin you on the path of Great Vampire and Bone Dragon. So, nope, that's a no for me. We agree, they are powerful, but they lack of usability, and they are too expensive. We agree. Okay, Cavaliers, you okay?
Okay.
Yes? Okay. So thank you very much, FixFox, for this analysis and your thoughts on my tier list. And I wish you the best, my friend. It was a really great honor for me. And I say to you goodbye on this video. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All my love to you and your French friends. Bye-bye, friend.
Nice. Bye-bye.